Board meeting to order. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Amsell? Here. Mr. Gibson?
Here.
Mr. Camlin? Here. Mrs. Shuck?
Here.
Mr. Sewell?
Here. If you stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First order of business is the superintendent's report. Mr. Caldwell.
Here in the cafeteria tonight, we're asking you to approve a contract for next year with Nutrition Group, and you have been provided the figures in the resolution as to what our administrative costs are and our management costs. There are nominal increases in each of those. And then this is the 5th year of that contract. It's the 4th renewal. And this will be the last renewal that we can do because by law, we have to go back out to bid next year. The first time we bid the contract out, we had 2 bids on it. The second time we bid it out, so this is actually our 10th year with Nutrition Group. The second time we bid it out, they were the only bidder. And then naturally next spring, probably around February, March, is when Mr. Panic will prepare through the state all the criteria, the bid documents, ODE, and the Department of Child Nutrition helps guide us on that to make sure that we're compliant with the requirements. So we're going to ask you to approve that. Now that budget does include a provision, well, I shouldn't say provision because you won't find it in the budget, but it does include budgetary figures and calculations that project 100% CEP participation across the board in all grade levels. So that means that next year we would be doing free lunch, free breakfast for any kid that chooses to eat at school. And then you can see, I think that figure in the budget is like a negative $7,000 ballpark figure without remembering it exactly, which is a rather reasonable figure on a conservative budget. So even if it does end up in the negative by that amount or negative 10,000, our cafeteria fund is healthy enough to absorb that cost. But again, those are conservative numbers from a participation standpoint, that if we drive more participation from students who now know there's an opportunity to eat for free, which you would likely conclude that you could, because it's very easy for even a kid who packs, for parents that are in a busy schedule, to say, you know what, hey, I don't have anything for you right now. Tomorrow you're going to go ahead and just eat lunch at school. It's a lot easier than having to plan accordingly. So things happen. We think those numbers can increase and thereby increase the likelihood that we won't end up in the negative. So the goal would be at least to break even. You guys have any questions on that? Okay. Mrs. Deere, you have anything to add?
No,
Okay. In the area of finance, is pretty much right now, we're waiting on rollback reimbursements to come back from the state. So some of the tax credits that are state funded, the state in May usually sends those rollback amounts. It's 10%, right? I think
Well,
it is. It's a 10% credit.
There's 10% rollback and then 2.5% owner-occupied
Okay.
credit.
So those rollback disbursements should come to school districts here in the next week or so, probably this week in all likelihood, if the timing's right. And then all of you have been in on the emails from the auditor's office. So I let Mr. Panic speak to a couple of the items from our state audit. And this is from not this year, the previous year, fiscal 25.
So the only issue that was above the management letter was the I cannot print it out, the non-bidding of transportation special ed services. We get those services through, and using federal funds to pay for it. We get those services through the ESC, who we use basically as a sole source for special education, and really there's no competition that, So I fixed that for this year already, and I did not use IDA funds to pay for the community busing, and I have a document ready from ODE that says we can use the ESC for special ed busing as a sole source. Because there's 4 criteria like proximity, familiarity, price, and I forget the other one. But that's like the main issue in the management letter. If you guys saw the emails, that the one most concerning to me was budgetary amounts not accurately recorded in the accounting system. Like, because then if you read it, it says, appropriation and estimated revenue should be accounted. The report should match what's in the accounting system. They're saying it didn't. So I did some research, and you can tell me, that I don't know what reports they were using from the accounting system, but they did not. They were wrong. So that item has been removed, or will be removed anyway. And all the other ones. So I need to email you guys. Have you guys taken? And I think you have to take it once a year. The
Ethics course?
the required fraud reporting course. It's supplied, or it's available on the state auditor's website. I can send you the link. It's 8 minutes, and there's no like quiz or anything. You just get a certificate, and if you can email it back to me, I appreciate it. Because basically anybody that works in a school district is mandated to take this course.
Yeah. I think we already did.
Okay. Well,
I thought we already got the email. I think everybody's.
okay.
Well, we'll look it up.
Yeah.
I thought we
Check
offered
it out.
that through our
Unless
public school works account.
Oh yeah, we do.
Because you guys have it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
And then sometimes it is linked directly.
Yeah.
So I will look, we'll try to find, before the end of the night, we will look up in the system,
Yeah, unless it's
one of you, to see if
fiscal
that
year
course is
or-
on the transcript.
So you guys, I didn't know you have access to public school works then. Okay.
We'll dig into that.
Okay.
Because I believe
Make
that
sure it's
course
right
might
when
be
you're
pushed
talking
out.
about, yeah.
Right.
And then the last 2 recommendations were IT related. If you remember, a couple months ago, they emailed, or I don't know if everybody, definitely Mr. Sewell, basically revised estimate for their services because they had to work for a little bit longer.
Yes.
Auditing like cafeteria IT or staff logging into the POS system and stuff like that. I thought it was a pretty good audit, to be honest. And based on them getting the first recommendation wrong that should be in there, I don't think an exit interview is warranted, to be honest. So if you guys are okay with me, just tell Mr. Aleko that we can just proceed without it. Would that be okay?
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then I think you guys did get the full audit report. It's still, a draft or whatever,
Right.
but it's like 100 pages or whatever. All right. Well, that's all I had. Any questions, I guess?
Thank you.
So do you know if that required fraud reporting is an annual thing or? Is
I
it
don't know.
rotational?
At the very least,
Based on the transcripts, I looked up 2 board members in the system and they were done in the late winter, early spring of 2025 for the 2 that I looked up.
Okay.
So I'm going to look up the rest, but it looks like it was distributed. And it looks like the 2 that I looked up spent about 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So you said it was like an 8-minute something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty simple.
So
Yeah.
if they are they citing us or not citing us, but are they calling that out in the management letter about that?
Yes. Now, I mean, it might not just be the board members, it might be, if anybody didn't take the course, it might, is the reason it could be on there as well.
Who's the other people here?
Oh, anybody
We
from
all
cooks to teachers,
Oh, okay,
everybody, yeah.
okay.
Secretary of the staff,
Oh, okay.
So the one thing I wanted to clarify on the bidding using federal funds.
Yeah.
So because, as Mr. Panik said, you have a single source of special education services provided by the ESC. And as you know from the last meeting, we're spending well over $1 million. We're spending $1.5 million to the ESC this year for special education services and other related services. That does not include transportation because we don't really pay the ESC. The ESC is the fiscal agent. So when you're paying for those special education services, you have to get a waiver through the state. It's a non-procurement waiver that every year Mr. Panic fills out. And when ODE signs off on it, you're acknowledging and you have permission not to go out to bid. Because as he alluded to, we're not going to find another provider that would be as cost effective. If we were, let's say, contract with another ESC that provided those services, we'd be busing our kids even further. And many of our kids are on the bus going to these units, 45, 50, 60 minutes. We have some kids pushing, not on our district per se, but in some cases across the county, you have students pushing 80 minutes on a bus to get to these units that are located throughout. So what the auditor's office discovered, and we were the only one that got caught with this because it was our turn in the barrel, is that, hey, you used federal funds for busing and you did not go out to bid. You didn't follow the federal procurement. And our policy says that you can do that when you have a micro purchase of $10,000 or less. You don't have to go out to bid. But when you are going to do something as significant as spend, what were we spending, like $100,000 plus, and several thousand of that, 60, 70, 80,000 that's coming out of federal funds, you should have went out to bid. So as he alluded, he went back and corrected that. So we, through coding, can switch that up, move those expenditures for transportation into the general fund, and take some other special ed expenditures that were in the general fund and swap them into the federal fund. So it's not a extra burden on the general fund. It was simply some, you can call it what you want, some accounting code alterations and changes that makes us more compliant. Moving forward, we won't do that. There are 5 of us in the county that do that. So we got a legal opinion from Bricker and Graydon in Columbus through the ESC, basically guiding us on that and letting us know how to handle that in the future. Which also leads us to the bigger question: when you're spending that much money on transportation, do you have to go out to bid? And we had a legal opinion from Kurt Ambrosi, and that was probably from 2005, 6-ish era, and it had been a long time. And his conclusion at the time was we do not have to go out to bid for those services. And then we decided earlier in the year to follow that up with another legal opinion to see if any changes in the law would prevent that. So just on the general question of whether or not we have to go out to bid for transportation services, the answer is no. Bricker and Graydon provided us an updated legal opinion, and when you look at the 2 legal opinions, and Kurt Ambrosi's been retired for about 5 years now, they're almost identical. So the ESC is the fiscal agent that harnesses all those dollars together with other districts and makes sure that the community bus is the vendor that we're contracting with. So just as an FYI, because that's a lot, we spend a lot of money on special ed, anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 per kid per year to go to a unit. And right now there aren't a lot of providers for that. But our contract is up with community bus this year, and we will be looking at avenues where we might get different pricing quotes to see how competitive that feature is. This is a pricing transportation consortium that has existed since the 1990s, and it originally started where all the districts tried to do it on their own and house buses out at, I think, the TCTC area, and then it became so cumbersome and hard to manage that they finally went to a professional contractor, and we've remained with that for since the time being. Like I said, I think it was around 94. So just as an update to make sure you're aware of that. And if you want to see those legal opinions, I can make sure that we secure them if you'd like to read them yourself. Any questions? Okay. As far as facilities and transportation, we're waiting on the builders, rock builders have gotten back to me. They're trying to find out if we got a timetable on when we're going to finish our land improvements over there, restore our fencing, and tidy up the grounds. And that's something where they are waiting to have, a little stretch of good weather, 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row, where they can get that scheduled. Right now, it's kind of been impossible.
Does the over where the band shell is?
Mhm. Yeah, they've got to come out and repair all the ground that
So I haven't done
around
that
the
yet,
fence.
because it's what, too wet? What's
Yes.
on it, what's on
Yeah,
it?
primarily, yeah, they're waiting for better weather, longer stretch of better weather to get in there and tear that ground up, put, spread the dirt and seed it. And then they got a couple fencing repairs they have to make to the band shell. So we are hoping that that'll be done. It'd be great if it's done this month. I anticipate that it could be when you look at the 10-day forecast. We probably should have some better luck here in the next couple of weeks. The van is fully operational. We actually used it Saturday for a junior high track meet. One of our bus drivers took the van for a small group of kids to attend the track meet rather than run the bus. So that is something that this time of year could come in a little more handy, especially as kids advance through, the track tournament or tournaments as they happen in districts, and then regionals is usually at Navarre, and then we've always had, it seems, a few kids have qualified for state, so that is something that could help us out here in the next few weeks. As far as the playground update is concerned, we are expecting a donation this week. Once that check lands in our office and it's deposited, we will place the order for the equipment. We'll make sure we come back in June and have you ratify that purchase. It's part of our Omnia contract with Omnia Partners, which is a nationwide purchasing consortium. So Playcorp is I think that's the name of the company that sells the equipment. They're an Omnia Partner participant, so that facilitates a rather expeditious purchase of the playground equipment for Baskin Elementary. And remember, we have permanent improvement funds that will help fund that, private donations will help fund that, and our Baskin crew down there, a lot of people, they just did a carnival on Friday. I think Mrs. Kowach told me they raised like $3,400 on Friday. We got another donation that came in from the local land vets, I believe, out of Newton Falls. You're going to, I think, is that on tonight's agenda or not? Probably didn't make
Oh,
it.
we didn't make it now.
It'll make it on the next agenda when you approve that donation, but it'll go into the playground fund. So, but we currently have the PI money to close the gap with all the donations and what's currently in the playground fund. And then, as far as students are concerned, definitely we're going to be inviting a couple art students to our June board meeting. We've got Trudy Jacobs for, I believe, the second year in a row, had artwork that she submitted for the governor's consideration for the governor's art exhibit in Columbus. So that hangs down at the Riff Center, I believe it is. Maybe it's the Reif Center. Vern Reif was a state legislator, power player for years in the 80s. And then Rylan Barker, also, as you saw from the submission from Mrs. Kistler tonight, that description of the field trip to New York City for submitting for National Scholastic Art and Writing Awards, and that competition with thousands of accomplished artists across the country is going to be recognized with the National Gold Medal in New York City in June. And then last but not least on that is just to acknowledge that Mrs. Kistler has been recognized with the Golden Educator Award for the same competition. So, proud of all the accomplishments of our art students, and I know that I can almost guarantee from an educator standpoint that, Mrs. Kistler is enjoying the opportunity to work with students who have that passion and diverse interests in the different types of artwork that they create. And so if you looked at that submission, you would have seen that she gave a description of the mixed media submission that Rylan put forth. If you haven't read it, I would take an opportunity to review that. But we'll ask you tonight to approve that field trip so that we'll cover with Rylan attending that event in New York City. As far as miscellaneous things, just know we have our TCTC completion ceremony on Wednesday. That'll be at Eastwood Field, and our seniors at TCTC will be getting their completion certificates for their 2 years at TCTC, some more than 2 years. We have baccalaureate on Thursday at 6 o'clock, on May 14th, and then we have graduation May 22nd at 7 o'clock at Packard Music Hall. And we'll turn it over to Mr. Sewell for our student recognition.
Okay, what I'm going to do is we have what we call Student of the Month, and this is their students are handpicked by the staff at their separate schools, every grade level, and then the administrators also give input. So these students go kind of above and beyond just not helping themselves, but to help their fellow students. So we try to recognize them for being good students on their own behalf, but also helping their fellow students to try to do better in their classwork. So I'm going to announce the ones. Hopefully everybody's here. And if I mispronounce your name, please correct me. I've done that before. And we would ask you to come and get your certificate, and stand over there, we'll get a picture, and then we'll allow all the parents to get a picture for their students. All right, for first grade, I have Julia Bush. Second grade, Brantley Roberts. Third grade, Eva Cope. Ava. Sorry. Okay, sixth grade, Keegan Estes. Seventh grade, Reagan Morrell. Ninth grade, Kaylee Duncan. 10th grade, Kelly Knox. Oh, thank you.
Parents, if you want to get a photo,
You guys can come out and get a picture if you want.
Here.
Don't move yet, let parents get it. Please. Parents, we appreciate you coming out. You don't have to feel obligated having to stay and listen to the rest of the meeting. If you want to go, don't worry about it. Appreciate you letting your students come over and be recognized. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, next we'll move into public participation. Anybody?
Concerns of the board.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. You got second
Forgot we
meeting, you got
switched.
that change up.
Okay, now go to concerns of the board. I'll go start with Mr. Gallon first.
I just want to congratulate our upcoming graduates on their achievement and wish them the best going forward.
Thank you. Mrs. Shutt?
I would like to hear more about the duct taping of the elementary school principal. I think that's fascinating. Who can tell me more?
It's a competition.
It's a competition.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, well, number one, who decides what the competition winners will be able to do? As an example, to duct tape the principal to the wall. Like, how does that decision get made?
Well, you have a principal that is willing to do whatever it takes to get kids to
So that,
improve their reading counts of
Right.
books,
yeah,
or possibly fundraise. So I'm not sure if that was the reward for bringing the most money for tattoos, because
I
it was a
think it was-
tattoo competition.
it was for doing the most fundraising. And
Okay,
I'm-
so in that case,
yes.
She's done things like Kiss the Pig,
Right.
Pie in the face.
Pie in the Face,
She
dunk
dressed up-
tank.
Dressed up as something and was on the roof.
Oh, she was on the roof.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that's been a while.
What'd she
Did
do on the
something-
She was dressed up as some character. or
Yeah,
something.
some character costume.
Now, what I want to know, so all of these things are documented photographically, isn't that correct?
For the most
I
part,
did
yes.
see a picture of her duct tape.
Yeah.
So, these are opportunities that, could be compiled and be a fantastic advertisement for, getting kids motivated. But yeah, I thought that was really something, and takes a lot of personality to be willing to do that.
Does. Yeah, she does a fantastic job, a lot of energy, and connects with the, K-2 kids, and they feed off it. So a lot of success fundraising down there when your
Yeah,
young kids are motivated to make their principal kiss a pig.
Yeah, that's good.
And she did it, you know. But the other part of that is we always find the right people in the community, in our school community, the greater community, that are able to do that by finding someone with snakes or with pigs or,
Right.
you know, whatever it may be.
Or duct tape.
Or
you know.
duct tape.
Like
Yeah,
it was- yeah.
plenty of people like
That
to be
sounds like a duct
involved in
tape,
that.
you know, the company that is duct tape is
Could be
here in
commercial.
Ohio now. That would have been something, I wonder if they, you know, submitted all the materials and/or they would like to know about this competition. Could be-
I will throw that out to her because
Yeah.
she's always definitely eager
That's amazing.
to
She
reach
likes to try
out.
different things.
Yeah.
Mr. Gibson?
Just like to congratulate graduating seniors and enjoyed the senior banquet the other night with all the awards. It's always rewarding to be able to hear all the scholarships and all the accomplishments they had. You know, with the long year, you don't realize it sometimes. We've got a lot of good people here and a lot of good teachers at LaBrae. I'm thankful for that and congratulations to them.
I want to say congratulations to Mrs. Kistler for being nominated, and I bet you're really proud of your students. They've really gone a long way, and congratulations on that. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, also Kate, congratulations. I know that you put a lot of work into that.
Yes, you
so it's-
have.
And
Yeah,
it shows
no,
for the students. So thank you for being here. And again, I'd like to congratulate all the graduating seniors. Nice banquet, and kids really put some effort. Excellent students in the class. You can tell by the high grade point averages and all the items they were in, volunteerism and everything. The class is really something gone above and beyond. I'm not just saying that because I have 2 grandkids. Yes, I like to brag about them, but they, as a whole, they did it really well. Just remember, they got a lot of things going on. You got all the tournaments, start baseball, softball tournaments, and state track. And hopefully this year, graduation will not interfere if we have anybody having to go to state, miss graduation like we've had in the past. I mean, it's good accomplishment, you're supposed to go to state. I know they hate to miss graduation, but we accommodate them and give them their diploma afterwards. So hopefully we strive to keep maintaining it. So and congratulations to all those. All right, now we'll go to public participation.
Thank you. So I want to thank you for just a few minutes. Let me express my gratitude for being at LaBrae for the last 6 years. Over the last 34 years of working in education, the phrase "it takes a village to raise a child" has become very obvious to me for the times in which we live. I looked up success in education, and it is defined as a multidimensional concept encompassing academic achievement, personal growth, and holistic development. All these concepts are works in progress. It is not a one-man show. It is about being part of a team who share common goals in education. LaBrae has that kind of staff that's helped me while being in the Learning Center. Through my faith walk and major consideration, I know it is my time to retire. So I just wanted to say how thankful I am that the pathway to success is being presented daily in our classrooms by wonderful individuals called great teachers and staff.
And I just want to take a few minutes, and I don't know when I'll get a chance to thank you each personally, Vincent personally, because that people connection is so important to me with my students. So I want to take a few minutes and shake your hand to say a personal thank you, because this is probably the only chance I'll get to do it. And not a big part of this.
Getting to know you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yep.
Thank
I'm
you.
not to be a stranger. I wake up every now and then, you know, as far as
Good.
Glad you could make it to the ceremony.
It was.
Thank you. Anyone else?
So to give context,
Yeah.
Deb Burns is actually a LaBrae community member, lives on Eagle Creek, correct? Right down the road on Eagle Creek.
Yes, that's correct.
She's actually retired from education as an educational aide, employed by the ESC in multiple locations throughout the county since the early 90s. And upon retirement, through connections of people that we know at the TCTC, it was like, because that was her last assignment, like we were looking for someone to be our Viking Learning Center monitor. that will take that. I mean, it's a thankless job in many degrees it is. But when you find somebody, you really have an unsung hero who just comes to work and does quietly the job so effectively that, you know, a lot of times you really never realize what you have until it's gone. So she's done such a great job for us. I mean, she's technically already retired, but now I think what she's saying is she really just wants to carve out that free time in her day. So we thank her for her passion to continue to want to work with kids, to be willing, even after retiring, to come here and work in that capacity to provide us alternative settings for kids that need credit recovery or for kids that needed a space to log on to a computer to do College Credit Plus coursework or the like. So, Deb, thank you so much. You've been an integral member of our team, and I know while we will find someone to take your seat, there's a large degree that you're irreplaceable, so we do value you. And I know you know that from the people you work with and the people you develop close relationships at your time at the high school. So thank you. And thanks for being here.
Okay, nothing else, we'll move to the agenda items. I'll turn it over to Mr. Calder.
Okay, the first item is for the board to approve the minutes from your regular meeting on April 13th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve the April financial report as presented by the treasurer.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve the renewal contract for fiscal year 2027 with the Nutrition Group for cafeteria operations and management services. And it includes the following management and administrative fees. As you can see, those articulated here.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Ansell. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the request for continued participation in the following state and federally funded programs for fiscal year 2027. This is rather routine, satisfies an auditor that the board has authorized participation when we deposit and appropriate funds out of those fund accounts.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Just remember, some of these, even though we apply for these, if they don't have any federal funds, you won't be able to use it, obviously.
Yeah, and one more note, that Title 5B, that allocation is what, about $35,000 a year? I think we've been informed we might not be getting that federal grant this year.
You might recall, probably a month ago, I let you know that they changed the calculation and the
Oh, that's
threshold,
right.
the threshold for qualifying for the rural schools grant is changed. We don't meet that threshold anymore. And then the other side of that is the money that we used went to pay or defray the cost of our SRO. So I think I gave that to you in one of my memo updates.
Yeah, we apply for any ones that we can. Some of them, it still depends on whether they supply, they put the funds in.
Yeah.
We'll take it if they give it to us. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve or authorize the disposal of the following textbooks and teacher resources. And you can see the materials there before you from our business curriculum.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gibson, second by Mrs. Ansell. Any discussion?
So are these being updated or replaced, or
No.
are these courses that?
These are courses that won't be offered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we still donate those books somewhere?
Well, we can't, they have no resale value. That's typically what we would try to do is you
I thought
contact
we
a
used to
company
send
like
them somewhere
Follett.
else, yeah.
Yeah, and you try to have some resale value, but there's no market for
Well,
that.
that's why I thought, certain courses I know we could send overseas or poorer countries so they could use for education. I don't know if these will qualify.
Yeah, that I'm not aware of, but typical is to contact, like Follett Services is one.
Yep.
They sell used books, sometimes they'll buy them. They've been out several times, not necessarily in the last year, but I know 2 or 3 visits in the last 5 to 7 years, even going back pre-code. And we go over to the book room where a lot of our books go to die,
Yeah.
at the bus garage area or storage facility over there. Yeah, and sometimes they've taken a small amount, but most of them are outdated. And if we can recycle them, we will. But even college textbooks, there's just no market for sometimes. Depends on the book.
That's why I thought they just donated them to some charity organization and distribute them.
So what do you do with them? Just grind them up? I mean, what?
They
You
We
say
either throw them in a
dispose.
dumpster or we recycle them if we can.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We don't try to wait. We tried to send them to charity. We asked them if they had a use for them. Not necessarily to sell, just to give so somebody could use them. Not so you get recycled or just toss them in the dumpster. If there's somebody needs it for a purpose, we try to get rid of them or donate them.
Some of our books, when it's literacy, we would only give away to kids.
Right.
But these generally, you're not going to see high demand for kids walking out our door wanting a comic book.
Right. All right. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Ms. Mansell,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes. Motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board authorize the disposal of the following band uniforms and accessories. You can see that list there. For the raincoats, jackets, pants, and wool blankets. In many cases, those raincoats are 20-plus years old. Jackets and pants and the wool blankets are pushing 30. So
Some of them
our uniforms
Some of them are
are,
40.
yeah, our uniforms are probably from the 80s.
Yes.
So moved.
Yeah.
Well, wait, hold on. When you dispose of them, what do you do with those?
I believe Mrs. Ott has some donation targets, like I heard some shelters, where she's going to donate some of the jackets and the blankets, but I don't know specifics on that.
Yeah, because I'd asked that of Mr. Calderon today, and that's what he was.
That's why I wanted to.
I just don't want to see things sit in that
Well, I
landfill, if
was
we can repurpose them.
But I was thinking, what about our awesome artist? Couldn't she make something out of these things?
Well, I mean,
They made pillows.
Yeah.
yeah,
They made
our band
pillows and-
boosters did that, where they took the old jackets, there's an old Viking logo.
Yeah.
And they
I
did a
remember that.
fundraiser by making totes and pillows out of them, so.
I was thinking like a giant Viking.
Yeah.
No.
That'll be okay.
All right.
We had a motion. We need a second.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Shutt.
No.
Ms. Mansell.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Ansel with the motion.
Sorry.
Shut the second.
All right. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Mansell,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve Student Protective Agency as our agency to service LaBrae families with voluntary student accident insurance for the 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion?
No expense to the board, just an approved vendor. We make sure the forms are on our website. Parents can access it and buy additional insurance.
Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Mansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next recommendation is a recommendation that the board approve the senior class of 2026, which is comprised currently of 96 seniors, and approve them for graduation pending satisfactory completion of all graduation requirements set forth by the board and the state of Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation the board approve the National Scholastics Award Field Trip to New York City from June 9th through June 11th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mr. Gamlin. Any discussion? Congratulations, Katie and her students. Hope it goes well. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation the board approve a memorandum of understanding with Miranda Gerchek, certified staff member regarding supplemental contracts effective April 20th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board accept the resignations of the following classified employees. And you see the two individuals before you, Mr. Bartholomew, middle school custodian, and Mr. Fankhauser, a Bascom afternoon custodian. You see the effective dates in the agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board accept the resignation of Chad Kaiser from his supplemental position of head boys basketball coach effective immediately.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gibson, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion?
Well, I would just like to, obviously publicly make a statement of gratitude for Coach Kaiser's 20-plus years as our head coach. I would make the argument, challenge anybody to find a better basketball coach in the region. So we've been blessed to give our kids the absolute best we could give them, and maybe the best Northeast Ohio has, when it has come not just to being a tactician of the game of basketball, but to do what educational athletics is really designed to do. And our parents have been great partners in that they let him coach our kids hard. And we've got a program that I think is second to none and feared in the area for schools our size. And I think that's why you'll see bigger schools willing to play us, because they know that when they're playing a team coached by Chad Kaiser, they're going to get a team that has grit, that has hustle, that plays extremely hard, is well coached. And those are the things that when those kids graduate, and I'm sure if Coach Kaiser was here, he would speak to all the positive vibes that have always come back to him from his players. I'm sure that they would speak to the impact of what they learned under his tutelage, because you sometimes don't realize it until you're 5 or 6 years removed from a program, and then you look back and you think, wow, I didn't realize what was happening, but those were some of the best things that I learned as a member of that team. And that's not always for the starters either. That's for the kids that are role players that come off the bench, that are understanding you're part of a cog in a wheel. And so educational athletics is designed to take young kids and make them young men. And I think we've been blessed for 20 years to have someone lead that program that has done exactly that. I can say personally, it's been a joy to watch. It's always exciting going to see our basketball teams compete. And you hope that you can give that to our kids in every program that we have. So we're going to find somebody to take that job. But again, we're going to have a difficult time replacing him. That might be a challenge we won't meet, but we're going to try. So we want to thank him publicly and privately for all his years of service to our kids and our student athletes.
Thank you, absolutely. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Wishing Mr. Kaiser all the best, yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation the board accept the resignation of Miranda Gerchak, instrumental music teacher, effective August 14, 2026.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion? Ms. G, all the best. I know the kids really like her. Hope everything turns out well for her. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board accept the resignation of Aaron Fee, Spanish teacher, effective August 16th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mr. Gannon. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the voluntary transfer of the following classified employee, and this is in accordance to our collective bargaining agreement with OPSI. Scott Schaefer is transferred from the middle school, high school custodian to the middle school custodian assignment.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mrs. Gannon. Stand up.
Yeah.
No, got it. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve the voluntary transfer of Christine DeArmond, certified staff member to the 5th grade, in accordance with the collective bargaining agreement with the LTA.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gannon. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation that the board approve the employment of John Wolford on an administrative supplemental contract as the athletic director for the 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Good luck, John. You got a lot of work ahead of you.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve Dan Chaburda for the career-based intervention supplemental position for the 26-27 school year and authorize 13 days of extended service at the teacher's per diem rate in accordance to with the collective bargaining agreement with the LTA.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board employ Jace Rutherford as a substitute custodian effective April 22nd through June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next is a recommendation that the board approve for the employment of Ethan O'Connell as a substitute custodian effective May 8th through June 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation the board approve the following academic supplementals to fill out the 25-26 school year. You can see the list before you. So Ms. Nogales will take on the responsibility of the Viking video production, and then the remainder of the full 1.0 FTE, which is 3/4 of an FTE, will go to Julian Davis for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band director, because he is filled in to do those concerts in the spring.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Ganlon. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Ganlon,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the employment of the following certified staff members for the Bounce and Bascom program and to be paid $3,500 each for their participation in that summer readiness program.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mr. Ganlon. Any discussion? Appreciate their extra effort to do this. Keep it going.
And just as a reminder, we do get, seems annually, a donation from Making Kids Count Foundation, Mrs. Co-watches,
Yeah.
brings in, it's usually $10,000 a year. We've gotten that probably for the last decade.
Yeah.
So, and it funds the program.
Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Swope.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the employment of the following individuals as classroom aides for the summer readiness program, Bounce into Bascom, and you pay $14.05 per hour. And that's Stacy Beery and Melissa G.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Swope.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation that the board approve Matthews Photography as a district photographer for athletics and student activities for the 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion?
Are they typically our vendor for photography?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
We
that.
have for the last several years done this. The context behind this is that when I first got here, there was a lot of competition and people were contracting with individually booster groups, teams, you name it. And it just got to be too unpredictable and people, various photographers not getting, the photos in for the program in time or yearbook or whatever. And so Matthews has a couple subcontractors they use. One of them is Kim Floyd, who owns Phoenix Photography. You can see her at a lot of our events. He'll come out primarily for a few sporting events, as well as do prom pictures and and homecoming. So for the most part, it's worked because it's really streamlined who's taking the photos and getting our people access to them. So we have Tracy Cunningham in the guidance office updates a lot of our digital display boards and our display board out here outside the gym. A lot of those photos are provided by Matthews. They keep a continuous stream of photos flowing to us, individual shots, activities, and team photos as well throughout the year.
What does his contract cost?
Zero.
That's what I thought, yeah.
He makes his money by selling prom ticket packages
Okay.
and home. That's it. So you allow him the privilege of selling those things. When they sell those, softball team photos, that's where they make their money.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
This just gives them access, and then we get access and rights to the photos.
Nice.
I've seen that Phoenix logo, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
how
But
that.
she's affiliated. She's like a subcontractor with me.
Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Swope.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is for the board to approve the following certified staff members listed therein that you can see on the agenda for a one-year limited contract effective with the 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Swope.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item is a recommendation that the Board of Education approve the following individual for a 2-year limited contract, and this is according to revised code 3319.081, and the contract is effective July 1st, and that is for Carolyn Guzman as the secretary to the superintendent and also evenings coordinator.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Ansel. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Swope.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Getting there.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the following classified personnel on contracts, limited contracts according to the revised code and the current negotiating agreement. You can see the list there before you. Some of them are on their first 2-year limited, some are on their second 2-year limited. You can get up to 3. So the way Ohio revised code works is if you're a classified worker, whether you're unionized or non-unionized, your first contract is a 1-year limited. And after that 1 year is up, it's not even a year. June 30th hits, your next contract is a 2-year limit. You can get 3 2-year limiteds before you get to a continuing contract. You got to do 7 years in a district as a classified employee before you're eligible for a continuing contract. Coincidentally, that matches the same number that a teacher in Ohio has to serve in the district in order to qualify for a continuing contract.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation of board approve Doris Smallsreed, a classified employee for summer help on an as-needed basis per the negotiated agreement with OC Local 278.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation to board approve the following individuals for 1-year administrative supplemental contracts as athletic event managers for their particular field, as identified herein for the 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Shutt. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next recommendation is for the board to employ the following head coach for the 26-27 school year, and that would be our girls head soccer coach, recommending Ben Merritt be reemployed.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Ansell. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the employment of the following individuals on athletic supplemental contracts for the 26-27 school year. You can see the list before you for cheerleading, football, soccer, assistant, and volleyball junior high. So need your approval for those individual contracts.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Shutt, second by Mrs. Ansell. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the Board of Education approve the following persons who are being recommended for academic supplemental contracts for the 26-27 school year. You can see that exhaustive list before you. We'll have more as we go into June and throughout the fall. So we appreciate our teachers stepping up and taking on those responsibilities. It's always best when you have people in our buildings who work with them daily, taking on those duties.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board approve the employment of the following individuals as substitute custodians for summer duties. That's effective May 11th through August 31st of 2026. Keith Smallsreed, Jacob Simpson, Alexander Crowdy, Nick Nicholas, and Tiffany Steele.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Ansell, second by Mr. Gibson. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation that the board acknowledge and accept the following donations. You can see those 2 donations there. We appreciate your generosity and continued support.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Gamlin, second by Mrs. Ansell. Any discussion? Thank you very much for your donations.
Yes.
Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mr. Gamlin.
Yes.
Mrs. Ansell,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Stoll.
Yes, motion carries 5-0.
Next item on the agenda is a recommendation the board approve a second reading of and subsequent adoption of the following board policies. So most of those, as you can see, are revised bylaws and policies, and then there's a few new policies. That does include the revised bylaw that the board had requested, which was bylaw 152 on officers.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gammon. Any discussion? Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Thank you, I know that was a long agenda. I do need a motion recommending we go into interim executive session for discussion of the following employment personnel and collective bargaining.
So moved. Second?
Motion by Mr. Ganlon, second by Mrs. Ansel. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay, we'll take 5 minutes and we'll go into executive session. There will be no votes taken during the executive session. And I don't foresee any.
Well, there may be one coming out.
Maybe one.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so then we'll come out and adjourn after. So take 5 minutes and then we'll convene.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much for coming. I know that was the longest agenda we had. All right, so that's 7:53. We're back from executive into open session. We have one motion to consider.
Okay, recommendation that the board approve the employment of Kelly Huscroft on a 3-year administrative limited contract as principal at LaBrae Intermediate School effective August 1st, 2026 through July 31st, 2029.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Mrs. Ansel, second by Mr. Gammon. Any discussion? Glad to have Kelly apply and I hope for good things for her. Treasurer, please call the roll.
Mrs. Ansel,
Yes.
Mr. Gamlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Shutt,
Yes.
Mr. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Sewell.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. No other motions. I take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Gammon, second by Mrs. Shutt. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank you very much. That was a long meeting.